connoisseurs of movies, TV shows, and literature. Are you ready to shake things up? You may call me Luke Garou, and we are here to feast on my opinions of all things movie, TV series, and book. And I'm going to give you some food for thought this time. Oof! And my wolf decided to jump like a bad boy. Which is very bad. Thank you, camera lady. Because now it's all over my desk. And so much for having something to drink. Because as you can hear, the big bad wolf has a very scratchy throat. Summer allergies have turned me into a mouth breather, which causes my throat to get sore. Which is a pain in the butt. But before the wolf decided to jump towards you guys and say hi better, I said I was going to give you a little bit of food for thought. That's because today's movie is called Feed. And it talks about a very nasty, silent epidemic. I'm not talking about the ones that make the news or have benefits to look for research to find cures. This epidemic is the eating disorder, Anorexia Nervosa. For those of you who have been lucky enough not to know somebody or have come in contact with somebody who has it, or you yourselves don't have it, Anorexia Nervosa is a eating disorder where the person who suffers from it, usually, not always, but usually a young lady, restricts the amount of food she eats to the point where she starts wasting away. Her body starts eating itself to give it enough calories to maintain heartbeat and brain function. Now, a lot of people out there think this is only an eating disorder for those who believe they are fat. That's not the case for this movie. And, sorry, like I said, summer allergies have given me a scratchy throat because it clogs my nose and makes me a mouth breather. Now, my boy, and no, he's not mine. He's happily in a relationship. He's welcome to stay in his relationship. But my flavor, Mr. Tom Felton, happens to play a young man named Matthew Gray. And Miss Trojan Balisaro plays his twin sister, Olivia. Spoilers. Matthew's killed in a car accident. And both of them were highly motivated, highly talented, academically minded individuals. When Matthew dies, Olivia starts blaming herself because they happen to have been arguing at the time of the crash. She is so depressed and so lost in her own thoughts about losing her brother and feeling like she can't handle life without him, she starts hallucinating him. And in these hallucinations, he's the one who's always hungry. So she, to be the good sister, is always giving him her food. Now, this continues on and on until Olivia is trying to put on a dress that she wore just fine before he died, and she literally has to like pin it so it hangs properly. And when her boyfriend removes it, you can see all of her ribs. She's withering. Yes, the proper term for that is emaciated. I love my camera lady. She reminds me of things I remember but forget to add. Because I knew the term, but it just wasn't coming to me.
Blame it on the night job.
Yeah, I blame it on her day job. Well, mommy, daddy, and boyfriend, as well as the teachers and school principal, are all getting very worried about her. And she ends up institutionalized, where they're trying to figure out why she's restricting food intake. But she is so deep in I'm taking care of my brother that she doesn't see what she's doing. Very, 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 very scary. Because the way it's portrayed, I cannot do it justice in my descriptions. Tom is fantastic. Miss Trojan is fantastic. I mean, they play off each other very well. Trojan is from Pretty Little Liars. So for those of you who are like, that's an odd name for a person playing a girl. Isn't that a boy? No, this time Miss Trojan Melisaro is a young lady, and she's in Pretty Little Liars. Now, I honestly think health classes should show this movie so that you can become aware of maybe changes in the behaviors of your friends. And I am not a shrink. That's just my personal opinion. Because anorexia is not talked about enough. Bulimia is not talked about enough. And look for it in men as well. Because they can suffer from it. And unlike young ladies, who people are always, oh my God, she's drastically gaining or losing weight. There's something wrong with her. We're going to go help the young lady. Oh, the boy put on a few pounds. Big deal. We don't care. He's just a guy. Guys should be healthy in a good weight. Oh, he must have some sort of physical illness if he's that skinny. They don't register the same. So, if a guy has it, he's not going to want to appear weak in front of his friends. So I'm fine. It's fine. It's nothing. He's going to blow it off. It's that toxic masculinity thing we're trying to obliterate. Now, it is a silent killer. I don't know the exact statistics, purely because I've looked up so many statistics in my life that I wish I didn't know them. So I've literally not looked up how many people were diagnosed with this. I'm sure there is a way to find it. I personally will not look for it. But I know it is enough of an issue that it does not make the news. It's so infrequent that it is still brought up, but it's not so... No, it's so prevalent that it's not put on the news, but it's not so rare that it doesn't get talked about in circles. I said that wrong. I love my camera lady. I love her dearly because yet again, she reminded me of two young actresses, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, who suffered from anorexia and actually got help and started getting better and started putting on the weight again and being healthier overall. And anorexia doesn't care race, any of those stupid buzzwords. Yeah, race, age, gender, social status. You could be a homeless person on the street and have it. You could be the wealthiest billionaire and have it. Or you could be anything in between. It's a very psychological ailment that manifests physically. And that's what makes it so scary. Because what triggers it in here is what needs to be dealt with before you start taking or assuming the person's just taking drastic steps to get noticed. So, that's Feed and my take on Feed. Will you watch it? I would highly suggest you watch it. Have you seen it? If you're a nutritionist or a mental health provider or someone in the medical field, is it an accurate portrayal? Like I said, these are just my opinions. I think they did a wonderful job of what caused her decline and subsequent come around. But if you're a medical professional and you've seen it and go, oh, that's horribly inaccurate, please let me know in the comments as to why. I would love to know where and how it falls short of the mark. As always, kindness is the key to understanding. So be kind to me, be kind to each other in the comments. Tend to the subscribe button's injuries. And save the like button from the zombies. And smack that bell to save all three of you as you run the other way. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.